Everybody, welcome to the World of Wraith YouTube channel. I'll be doing a quick market watch today with you guys. Before I get started, I do want to say some of the Flesh and Blood cards, some of the rarer cards, super shiny cold foil cards can be more expensive. I would highly advise joining the Flesh and Blood TCG Marketplace North American group. If you live outside of the US, there's probably other groups alike. I can only speak for this one. You can probably get a better deal off a lot of cards here. Do your due diligence. There's the market group, and then there's a reference group where you can see sellers. They're like, give me, this is my reference post. Let me know if I've worked with you. Do your due diligence. You don't want to get scammed. You want to check that you're buying cards from people that have sold before, that people have worked with. Again, that's the Flesh and Blood North America reference group marketplace discussion page. I would join them both, and if you want to buy some of these more expensive cards, this is the place to go. You can avoid, the taxes on TCG Player. You can sometimes get a better deal of cards for, lower value. Highly recommend joining both. And if you have any questions, put a comment down below. I can respond if you have any questions on how this works, how to be, safe when buying from someone. But without further ado, let's get started. I think Smash Palace, the next set in Flesh and Blood after the Haunted, it's going to be a Ranger set and a Brute set. I think Quiver with Abyssal Depths is a Quiver that's a legendary. Shuffles 3 arrows back from your graveyard into your deck. I think if you are interested in playing Rangers, I would have this in your arsenal. No pun intended. Cold foil are about $16. Rainbow foil, some for 10. I think this is a little undervalued, but I don't think there's a huge Ranger player base. I would pick it up if you're interested in playing Rangers. Dishonored with the Katsu hype coming out with his new card. Dishonored back on the menu. Rainbow foils are $13 and slowly jump into 15. Non-foils are about $6. So, well, we got one for 7, 8, slowly jumping. I would say if you want to play Katsu and you don't have these, pick this up. This card can be super strong against many heroes. Shutting off their hero techs, very powerful. Infiltrate, the haunted hype, Arakni, slip through the crack hype. If you hit a defense reaction, you can use your opponent's defense reaction. It's a stealth card, which I think is going to be very important. I think this card's overall really good. Non-foils are pretty cheap, a little under $5 after shipping. Rainbow foil. These two I would try to snag if you're interested in them. Let's see how much the rainbow foils are in general. Okay, about close to $6. I would personally pick up a place of the rainbow foils, but if you don't care too much for the foil, if you just want to get a playset of the card, here's 3 from Michelle L Cards. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Great card. I think Arakni will definitely play it. It's a Majestic. You don't want to be caught with missing Majestics because they can spike a lot in this game. Next up, we got Hurl. $5 for a rainbow foil. Only one foil on the market. Non-foils are abundant, but if you have a rainbow foil, maybe you're sitting on some money. If you're looking for rainbow foils, I would ask your locals or check the Facebook group. Maybe someone can give you a little deal on a playset. But yeah, looks like it's been sold out. So $5. If you got some of these hurls, check your bulk, check your outsiders bulk. You might be sitting on some money. Next up, Frailty Trap. The rainbow foils are very low on the market, only 6. The non-foils are pennies on the dollars, but yeah, I think this card is going to be very relevant to the next meta with ninjas and warriors. They love using their weapons, so giving them a frailty token on their go again attacks, I think will be very good. This this is super cheap, 50 cents for the rainbow foils right now. I'd pick these up if you don't have them. If you don't care for shininess, non-foils are readily available. Codex of Bloodrot, like I said, Smash Palace, I think is a Brute and Ranger set. I think this is going to be a very important card for Rangers. Rainbow foils are about $18, and then they're slowly shooting up to 20, 22. The non-foils are $17. So I'd pick up this rainbow foil if you're looking for the card. I mean, $1 more for a shiny version. They usually retain way better value, and if they get reprinted, they're not going to reprint the foil version. Concealed Blade. If you're interested in playing Syndra, I would pick this up. Pretty sure they're going to print Graveyard Hatred / Graveyard Disruption on the Haunted, especially because James White said they want to bring Count Your Blessings blue back. This is a way to get back your dagger. You know, when it hits, equip a dagger from your inventory. I think Syndra will definitely be running 3 of this, especially if they print more Graveyard Hatred cards. Non-foils look like they're about 12. Rainbow foils. Let's see, I might have to filter for only normal. Yeah, my mistake. Rainbow foils are about 14, 15. So, you know, if you want to spend a little bit extra for rainbow foils, this card I think will definitely see playing Syndra if you're interested in Syndra. I'd recommend picking them up. Next up, Rising Sun Setting Moon. $80 for a Marvel Chi. I think this is the case where you want to check Facebook, see if someone can hook you up with a little deal. $80 for a Marvel. It's not even a hero, but it is a beautiful Marvel. I personally would wait till Enigma and Zen hit Living Legend. This might be a little cheaper then. And speaking of Enigma and Zen, we got a Secret Art Jade Tiger Domain with this little damage, this little line here. This guy's selling it for 1650, which is kind of a good deal. I believe that the regular Jade Art Tiger Domain is about $30. So let's see. Yeah, pretty much $38. I would highly recommend picking up this if you don't care for that little white line. But send will LL soon. Might not even be worth to pick this up. Next up, Enigma, $40 for Herchi. One thing I do want to mention about both of these is the fact that, you know, they're not specializations. When the new MST2 comes out and we get Ninja Mystic and Illusionist Mystic, these are probably gonna go right in there. So if you do buy the Marvels, just know they'll probably see play in the future. Next up, Blanch. I think this is underrated. 34 in the market for Rainbow Foils, just super cheap. This is great against Mystic heroes, great against Light heroes, and most importantly, it's gonna be great against Draconic heroes since they care about red cards. Channel the Millennium Tree, promo, $70. I would not get this. I would just get the regular foil version or non-foil versions. They're about $8 to $10. So if you do have the cold foil version, know you're sitting on some money. So that's always nice. Next, Cut to the Facade. I think Flesh and Blood is headed towards auras being more relevant in the game. I think this is a steal for $6, slowly going up to 8. And I think the rainbow foils are about $12. So I would get these sooner than later. Plan for the worst. Riptide is always getting support cards. I would get this if you were interested in playing Riptide. Super cheap right now, and I do think eventually he'll be a good hero. Um, yeah, not much to say. Like, might not be good now, but the last thing you want is to pay $5 for a Majestic when you could have picked it up for a couple cents. Living Incantation, there's one for $4, which is pretty much like half off. After that, $9 for the Rainbow Foils. The non-foils are about 50 cents, so if you don't care for a shiny, you can just avoid it. But maybe you can look through your Rosetta bulk. You might have $9 lying around. Haunting Rendition. The card is really good. Blocks 4 or prevents 2. I would get the rainbow foils for a little bit more dollars. You get the shiny version. This light plate for 6 is kind of a deal. Once these go, it's pretty much a $10 card. Once it gets to 10, I would just avoid that and just buy the rainbow foil for close to 12. Next up, Gusty of the Second Wind. $3 for the non-foils, and I believe the rainbow foils are about 10. I would just get the non-foils for $3. You can pretty much get a playset instead of getting one. This is all Katsu hype, but yeah, I think this will definitely be in his deck list. Drink 'em under the table, kind of like Riptide. This is super cheap. If you have any interest of playing Betsy, I should say, I would pick this up. before Majestic turns into $5. Pick up a playset for about $3. Same thing with Bet Big. Just kind of getting there. Just one for 250. Then it gets the 3 rainbow foil for close to $4, $5. If you're interested in playing Betsy, I would get this sooner than later. Balance of Justice. Just wanted to highlight these two sellers. A little bit of a hookup here. I think this is kind of how the Facebook marketplace you can expect to get prices. Like it's actually worth 120, 130, but you'll find some sellers on Facebook that will give you a little hookup, sell it a little bit cheaper. Shout out to these sellers selling it a little bit cheaper. Don't think the card has crazy uses right now, but it is a generic headpiece that can always see play. Course of Tendency, we're getting 20 Araknis next set. No, we're kidding. I think we're actually getting like 7 or 8 with all the Chaos ones. $10 for the non-foils, pretty much. Slowly joining up. And the rainbow foils, I remember I pulled one of these. The blue strip is foil. I think I sold the rainbow foils for about $23, which that's what the rainbow foils are at. So a lot of Arakni hype. This works with contracts, but it gives all your assassin attacks go again. So I would get the non-foils if you're interested in playing Arakni. Show no mercy. Like I said, Smash Palace I think will be Brutes and Rangers. Reinhardt will probably get a buff. I would pick this up sooner than later. Rainbow foils are really cheap right now. This card's really strong. I wouldn't want to pay $10, $15 for this when you can pay $2. Apex Bonebreaker. This has always been going up. Even when KO was the best hero, even when he was lower tier. Unfortunately, I would bite the bullet and buy the rainbow foil, or I would highly recommend the cold foil for a little bit more. Don't think this will go down anytime soon. This is a great arm piece for brutes. 5 value off your arm piece. Can't ask for much more than that. Sand packing rainbow foil $20. I believe the non-foil is about 16. Yeah, 16. Another great brute card. If you're interested in playing brutes, I would make sure I have my own playset, especially before Smash Palace comes out. Graven's Call, about $4 for the non-foils, and I believe the cold foils are 22. Let's see. Cold foils. Let's go to the last page real quick. $30 for some of them. 23 and 27. So this is kind of a deal here. This is basically a Kodachi when you buy it back. So I think this is really good. I'd pick up the non-foils if you don't care for shininess. Cold foils for the real Assassin fans. Last but not least, to close it out, Jarl, basically $60. Good job, LSS. I was scared this was going to be overpriced. I think this is a great price for the deck. And yeah, as a new player, if you want to jump into the game, this might be the place to start. Thank you everybody for watching. Hit that subscribe button for more market watches, more meta breakdowns and deck profiles. And if you have any questions or comments, hit them down below and I'll try to reply to any questions you guys have. Hit that like button, share. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Peace.